Hi, everyone. We're going to be talking about ocean currents today. Basically, what we're doing now is we're combining the things that we learned about the Coriolis effect along with the global circulation cells that we talked about before. I have a little drawing here that shows the 6 major circulation cells on the Earth. Imagine if the Earth was not rotating at all, these winds would blow in these directions. If you look at the cells and look at the wind as it goes across the surface of the Earth, you would see that these winds would go from north to south toward the equator and south to north toward the equator in straight lines like this. Okay, they would also go in this direction in the north, and then in this direction at the polar regions. Anyway, the Earth does in fact rotate, and we found that the Coriolis effect, comes into play because the Earth is in fact rotating. What we've learned about the Coriolis effect are 2 things really. If you're in the northern hemisphere, the Coriolis effect deflects moving air currents or ocean currents toward the right. And if you're in the southern hemisphere, the deflection is toward the left. So given what we just said about these winds blowing across the surface of the globe, in fact, in the northern hemisphere, you would see the direction of these winds blowing in like this. Whoops, wrong pen. Like this, and like this, and like this, toward the right. Imagine if you're going from the north to the south, the direction would curve toward the right. Because you're going from up to down, you would be turning toward the right. And you would see this pattern forming in the southern hemisphere. You would be moving toward the left, you'd be deflected toward the left, and going from north to south, you would be deflected to the left as well. Okay? So in fact, now we start seeing these patterns forming. In the northern hemisphere, we call the winds that are blowing in this area here the westerlies, because they're blowing from the west, and these winds are called the trade winds for historical reasons. All right, so because of these wind patterns and the Coriolis effect, we see a strong tendency for winds to blow in this direction toward the equator, and in this direction in the northern part of the northern hemisphere. You get these effects combining, and you get these circulation patterns in the ocean that are called gyres. In the northern hemisphere, gyres turn in a clockwise direction. In the southern hemisphere, gyres turn in a counterclockwise direction. Your assignment for today is to go to the student resource folder. Actually, I'll have this posted in assignments also. There's a worksheet there that has to do with the North Atlantic gyre. And I want you to learn about that. You'll follow the directions in the worksheet and submit that worksheet to Shobi when you're finished. Do it in Notability and then submit it via Shobi. Thank you.